Hi guys, and welcome to Siska Stitches. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make an extremely full kiddies ball dress. So if you're new to my channel, I say welcome. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back. Do click the subscribe button if you haven't done so, and also click the notification bell so you get notified whenever Siska Stitches posts new videos. And now we can go ahead and begin. So guys, I have drafted the half bodice for this tutorial in my previous video. I'm going to go ahead and link that in my description box, so you guys should go ahead and watch that. Meanwhile, I have cut this out on fabric, the main fabric, the lining fabric, and sewn the dart. So this is what we have. So what I'm going to do next is to go ahead and sew the shoulder seams by a 1/2 inch seam allowance for both the main fabric and the lining fabric. So that is what I'm going to do. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to place them on top of each other with right side touching. And then I'm just going to go ahead and sew the neckline by a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So once we are done, it is very important to notch your neckline because it is a curved area. In fact, whatever neckline you're doing, please notch it so that it can sit well on the body. And of course, in order for it to sit very well, we need to do what is called a top stitch. So I'll just go ahead and spread this fabric like so, and then I'll ensure that the seam allowance is leaning towards the lining fabric, and then I'm going to sew 1/8 of an inch close to the original seam along the neckline. So once we are done with this, I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do next. But it is very important to top stitch your neckline. I cannot overemphasize that. So the next thing I'm going to do is to sew the armhole. So there is this thing I want to attach to the armhole area to sort of like form a false sleeve, and it's this tulle net that I have gathered. So I gathered this tulle net to about 3 inches. So what I'm going to do is place the midpoint of this tulle net, this gathered tulle net. I'm going to place it at the shoulder seam so that we can have it equally on both sides of front and back. So I'm just going to place it like so, and then what I'm going to do is get the other fabric and place it on top of the tulle net. So this is what we're going to have, and then I pin it down, and we'll be sewing this area by a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So this is the armhole area. So I will be sewing this by a 1/2 inch seam allowance from shoulder seam to the end, from shoulder seam to the other end, and I'll do the same thing for the other armhole. Aside from sewing the armhole area, I've gone ahead to sew, the side seam area. As you can see, I've also sewn the zipper allowance area, all by 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I want to advise that you notch your armhole area because it is also curved so it can sit well on the body, and also cut off excess around cornered parts that you have sewn, which is around your side seam area, around your zipper allowance area. And then what I'm going to do is to turn this inside out from this part. So this is what I'm going to do now. Once we are done with this, I'm going to go ahead and press this fabric so it comes out very neat, and you're going to see how it's going to look. So the turning is not very difficult. As you can see, the sewing is pretty easy, and this is what we have. You can see the tulle net sticking out like so. Like I said, I'll go ahead and press this, and you can see it is laying nice and flat, which is what we want to achieve. So if you don't notch your neckline, if you don't notch your armhole area, you're going to have a lot of creasing around those points. So what I'm going to do next is to sew the side seam by the seam allowance, and then we're going to go ahead and do the belt piece. The belt piece is measuring 24 inches in length, so you can go with a seam allowance of 0.5 inch or 0.25 inches at the bottom and at the top. So that is up to you, definitely up to you. You can go with a longer belt piece if you want. So each belt piece has 2 pieces of fabric. The bottom of the belt piece is measuring 4 inches in width, and I'll be sewing with a 0.25 inch seam allowance at the sides. So I'll end up with 3.5 inches. The top is measuring 3 inch. I'll be sewing the sides, of course, with a 0.25 inch seam allowance, and I'll end up with 2.5 inches. So I'll just go ahead and sew the bottom and then sew the sides as well, and do the same thing for the other belt piece. Then I'm going to show you guys what we'll do next. this is what we have, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the corners so we can end up with a nicely poked out belt piece at the end. You want the ends to come out really neat, so that is why I'm cutting off the excess around this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn the belt piece inside out with my scissors. I will advise you not to use a very sharp object so you don't tear through your fabric. So I just use the other scissors to poke out the ends, and then what we're going to do is press this so it comes out nice and flat, which is what we want. So now I'm just going to go ahead and attach the belt piece to the side seam area. So I'll just loosen up the side seam area a bit, and we'll be attaching the belt piece about 0.75 inches from the bottom. You don't want it too close to the end because of course we're going to attach this half bodice to something with a 0.5 inch seam allowance, so you don't want it too close. And I'll just go ahead and seal that point and then repeat the same thing for the other belt piece. So guys, this is the tulle net that I'm going to be working with for the ball dress, and this tulle net is measuring 10 yards by 60 inches. So I divided it into 4. Right here I have sewn 2 pieces each together. I've sewn it with a gathered stitch, and I sewed another 2 pieces which I also gathered as well. So this is what we have. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is to pull the gathered stitch. So I'm going to be gathering this 10 yards into 22 inches. That is how full this is going to get. I'm going to gather this 10 yards into 22 inches, and this is what we have right here. I've done that, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other set of fabric of tulle nets that I talked about earlier. That is the first layer of 2. This is the second layer of 2. So this is really going to be very full. So this is what I have, and what I'm going to do next is to sew these pieces together. I didn't want to gather all 4 pieces together because for ease of actually sewing. So I'm just going to sew this down, and guys, you can see how very full this is. Like, this is so beautiful already. So I'm going to go ahead and sew them together like I said, which is what I have done. And after we have done this, you can now attach your half bodice to this tulle net, and I've also attached some appliques to it. I used glue for this, fabric glue, and I also stacked it with a needle so the child doesn't pull the appliques out. So what I'm going to do is place it like so, midpoint of bodice against midpoint of the tulle net. So the center front is the midpoint, and then the midpoint of the tulle net. I'm going to sew it together. Meanwhile, I have cut out this flare and attached appliques to it. This is a circle flare. You can use 360-degree circle flare. You can use half flare for this. You can use 720-degree circle flare. So I'm just going to place it on top of this, and then and sew it. So this is how it's going to come out at the end of the day. So I'm just going to sew all of them down like so with a 0.5 inch seam allowance. So this is what I have sewn down already, guys. This is coming out very beautifully. So now is to go ahead and do the lining. I'll show you guys what I'm going to do next. I'll be doing a half circle flare for the lining. So I wrote length here, just cross that out and replace it with circle flare. So guys, the waist area is 20 inches for this child. So formula for circumference is 2 pi r. So what we have is 20, which is the circumference. The waist circumference is equal to 2 pi r, but we'll be adding 0.5 inches to this. So you want to go with 0.25 or 0.5, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be going with 0.5 inches, making that a total of 20.5. So 20.5 is equals to 2 pi r, right? And what we're looking for is the radius. So I'm just going to divide both sides by 2 pi. So where we have 2 pi on top and bottom, they are going to cross each other out, leaving us with only the radius. So now the radius is equals to 20.5 over 2 times the value for pi is 3.14. So 2 times 3.14 is equals to 6.28. So 20.5 divided by 6.28, that'll be leaving us with 3.264. So we're going to be multiplying this by 2, and this will give us 6.53. This is what we're going to be working with. So guys, I folded my pattern paper into 2. If you are doing 360-degree flare, you're going to be, folding it into 4. But because this is half flare, which is 180-degree flare, we are dividing this into, we are folding the pattern paper into 2. So I'm going to be marking 1/8 of an inch after 6.5 inches. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark that from this point all the way around. So 6.5 plus 0.125. 0.125 is 1/8 of an inch. So that is what we are marking right here, since we cannot get exactly 6.53. And then I'm going to join the points. We're just going to measure the arc and see what we have. So I ended up with 10.75 inches, which is just enough for the waist plus some seam allowances. This is actually okay for me. And remember, we added 0.5 inch seam allowance initially to the calculation. So from this arc right here, I'll be measuring 13.5 inches in length, inclusive of seam allowance. So I'm just going to take this around from the arc right here, all around, mark 13.5 inches. And then once we are done with this, what I'm going to do is connect the points, of course, and then, cut the flare piece out. So this is how to do a half flare or a 180-degree flare. So this is what we have, guys. I've gone ahead to cut this out on fabric and also hemmed the bottom of the fabric. And I've also cut a longer piece which will serve as the first lining. That's the lining coming in contact with the tulle net. The shorter one, which is what we cut first from the pattern, is what we are going to be attaching this hard net to. So this is what is going to give the ball dress a lot more fullness. When sewing the hard net to this piece of lining fabric, you need to ensure that the hard net is not longer than the fabric. If not, the skin of the child is going to itch a lot. It's going to be very, very uncomfortable for the child. So we're going to be starting with the third layer of the hard net we're going to sew, and I'll be sewing it at this 5.5 inch mark. That is where we are going to be sewing the third layer of hard net. Any previous markings on this fabric, please kindly ignore. So I've just connected these points. Now for the second layer of hard net, I'm going to be marking 2 inches above the 5.5 inch we just marked, making that a 3.5 inch mark for the second layer of hard net. For the first layer of hard net, I'm going 2 inches above the second layer I just marked. And then I'm just going to mark that all the way to the other end. I'm marking it all the way to the other end so that it is easy for me to, sew this, take this to my machine and sew. So I'm going to be pleating this hard net, and I'll be pleating away from the edge, 1 inch away from the edge, because we want, to close that up at the end of the day, and we don't want the hard net to interfere with the closing up at the zipper allowance area. So this is what I'm going to do. Take this to my sewing machine, pleat as I sew from this point all the way to the end. Of course, 1 inch away from the other end as well. So that is what we're going to do for this hard net. So guys, this is what I have, and I ended up with about 4 layers because I still had an extra piece of hard net lying around, so I just sewed that. So guys, this is the longer piece of the lining right there. I've attached it to the one that has the hard net sewn, and this is what we have, guys. And I've also gone ahead to overlock the edges. So what we are going to do after this is to attach this to our bodice, our gown that already has the tulle net attached. So I'm just going to place this like so. Like I said earlier, the longer piece of lining is going to be touching the tulle net. So midpoint against midpoint again. So very, very important. I'm going to pin this down. And then what I'm going to do is take this to my machine. Of course, starting from the midpoint, I'm going to sew all the way to the end. So this is what we're going to have after sewing. And guys, as you can see, it came out really, really neat. So you can see that the tulle net is touching the longer piece of the lining, and you can see the raw edges hidden in between this place. So the next thing we're going to do is to sew the zipper. Like, guys, this thing is already very full, as we can see. I'm going to go ahead and sew the zipper to this. And one thing I want to advise is when sewing a ball dress, the zipper allowance area with around your tulle net needs to be as flat as possible. So do not gather all the way to the end, or do limited gathering at your zipper allowance area, where your tulle net is. So I'm just going to take this to my machine and sew the zipper on this. And like I said, do not gather a lot of your tulle net around your zipper allowance area. So guys, this is what we have. I've sewn the zipper, and then after sewing the zipper, what I did was to sew the tulle net all together down. I didn't sew it together with the lining, so I sewed the tulle net separately. I sewed the lining separately. So this is the importance of not letting your hard net get to the end. So it is very easy to sew. And I've also overlocked the seam. And this is what we have at the end of the day. A very full kiddies ball dress. So I'll just go ahead and zip this up and of course show you guys how this looks on a mannequin at the end of the day. Guys, this is how to sew a kiddies ball dress. So this is what we have, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful to you. I know you guys were looking forward to this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share this tutorial with your soulmates, guys, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.